What's going on, everybody? The moment that you've all been waiting for is finally here. I'm going to be doing a full album review and listen through of Skillet's brand new album, Revolution. We're looking at every song. We're looking at every music video, with the exception of Unpopular, because I already have reacted to that song, but I've got a little surprise for you there. We're looking at every song from the beginning to the end, all in today's video, that and more. So make sure you stay tuned and stick around. All right, everybody. Well, I hope that you're having a beautiful day, and I hope that you had a beautiful Christmas. I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to upload a video right before Christmas. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of family stuff. Wanted to enjoy the season with my family. I also got a chance to preach at my church, and so there was a little bit of planning and preparation that had to be done for that. And so I didn't get to like a Christmas video. I also didn't get to a few reactions that I wanted to do before the end of the year. But I am really excited to dive into this video, you guys. I have not listened to the new Skillet album in its entirety. I have listened to Unpopular, like I already said, but all the other songs, I think I might have heard a chunk of All That Matters, but I have not listened to this album at all. So I'm excited to dive into this. I love Skillet. I love their discography, old and new. And so like it's been like crazy for me not to listen to this album. Finally excited to finally get to it. But if you are new to this channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Adam. This is Sanctify Studios, where I like to create and examine content with a sanctifying and biblical perspective. I have a Christian metal band called Classic Disaster, and so a lot of the reactions that I do tend to lean more in that like rock and metal genre. So if you like bands like Skillet, for anywhere from like Skillet all the way to Memphis Mayfire style music, then this is the channel for you. I like to create that style of music. I like to react to that style of music here. So if that's stuff that you're interested in, then you can do me a huge favor. You can leave this video a thumbs up, you can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what bands you're listening to right now. And also let me know what you got for Christmas. I got this that's just out of like reaching distance right now, but a cool gift that I got is this iPad stand holder grip thing. It's not cool as a worship leader to like have a music stand anymore. It's a big topic of debate on like worship leader forums, whether you should have music stands up there with you or not. And so like the cool thing to do now is to have an iPad arm to your mic stand. So you clip it onto your mic stand so that you can hold your iPad there with your sheet music or whatever, just download it on your iPad, and you don't have to have this music stand in front of you. Now, I personally don't care if you have a music stand. I've been using the iPad, honestly, just to make sure that I'm not running late, having to like print out music sheets and stuff. I have plenty of time now during the week to be able to like learn all the lead lines that I need to learn. So the chords and the words are just really helpful to have right in front of you. But I got that for Christmas. It's a really cool like arm iPad holder thing to your mic stand. But what did you get for Christmas? Let me know in the comments down below. Anything that's cool. It doesn't have to be music related, just something you really appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, guys, I'm really excited to dive into this video. Before we get into the songs themselves, I want to talk about Skillet just for a second. I was introduced to Skillet at a really early age. I think I mentioned in previous videos that like my mom burned me this CD with a bunch of different bands on it. Like she asked people from church, you know, hey, my son likes rock music and this like new style of music that kids are listening to nowadays, pop rock and rock stuff. Can you burn me a CD with like all the bands that he might like to listen to? And I'm pretty sure that it was at that time that I was introduced to like Relient K, Thousand Foot Crutch, Switchfoot, and Skillet, Cutlass, other bands like that. But Skillet, I'm pretty sure, was one of those bands. And I'm also pretty sure that Collide was the first album that I had really heard. part of the CDs that I was getting at that time was also like the X Christian rock hits, and Savior was one of the music videos that was on those CDs. And so I got to actually see the band and know like, oh wow, this is what they look like, this is what they sound like, this is their energy. And I like instantly fell in love with Skillet, instantly fell in love with their style. If you've listened to Collide, like it's a very raw sound, it's a very aggressive, grungy kind of sound, and I instantly fell in love with them. Got to see them live a couple of times. I actually, at one of these free C28 concerts, I got to eat pizza with them. We had California Kitchen Pizza. That was super cool. It wasn't like a deep heart-to-heart moment or anything. We just got to talk and conversate. I don't even know what to ask him or talk about. I was like, how do you sing and play bass at the same time? I was asking such noob questions, and he was totally, entertaining me and being cool about it. But I just fell in love with this band, fell in love with their hearts. And as time has gone on, as their discography has evolved into new sounds and new like directions and everything, I really honestly feel like just more and more of their hearts have come through their music. There's debates online about whether their style has gotten better or gotten worse, whether they liked that like more raw sound that we might have gotten in like Rise. Rise was a more raw sounding album, or if they liked more of the commercial mainstream kind of sound like we got with Resistance and stuff like that. I don't care to like go through what I loved and didn't love about each album, but one thing is for sure, that as they've continued to put out more and more music, more of them have come out through their songs. That's what I truly believe. More of their hearts, what they want to talk about, what they want to express through their music. That's what's been happening as they've continued to evolve as a band. And I think none more so than this album will see that, because they've just announced that they've become an independent band. And John Cooper has been super vocal through his podcast and through interviews and through his books. And so I think that the transparency of who they are is going to come out way more in this album than in other albums. I could be wrong about that because I haven't listened to it yet, but we're going to find out together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this album. Let me go ahead and turn the volume down. So see if there's a commercial. Yep. Okay. We're going to be diving into this album. I'm super excited, you guys. The first song is a song called Showtime. And I have heard that this is their like rock song, their crowd pleaser kind of song. So let's check this song out. This is Showtime by Skillet.
Ready, set, showtime.
Nice.
Heart of a lion is roaring in my soul. Truth is trapped like a fire in my bones.
I love that.
Make my mark, no apologies. Today in the life of revolutionary. Here we go, here we go, here we go. High life, king of all my empire. Nothing's gonna stop me, it's showtime. One chance, one shot. Talk is cheap, so what you got? World is gonna watch me, it's showtime.
Tonight's the night we make history.
Got Jen Ledger coming in right here.
Showtime. Here we go, ready to go. Showtime.
Nice.
Here we go, watch it go. Scorpions, snakes, and the devil on my heels. But I'm gonna get mine, it ain't no big deal.
Cool.
Got no time for your sympathy. Day in the life of revolutionary.
Nice. Yeah, guys. I really love this sound. I really love the direction that they're going here with this sound. So a couple of things about the music itself. The guitars sound a lot more raw. The guitars sound really raw. They sound thick. They sound like they've got a nice amount of distortion on them. I don't know what amps they used for the recording. I want to say it sounds like the PRS Archon. It sounds like it's just got a really nice bit of distortion on it, and it's bringing this real raw arena rock sound, and I love that. I absolutely love that. It feels like Rise. It feels like Collide. It feels like that raw sound. It's not super clean, and it's okay because it doesn't have to be. I say this multiple times, like the cleaner the sound, the clearer the music, and that's awesome. That's cool. But if you want that heavy feel, if you want an aggressive, heavy feel, like dirty up the sound a little bit, make it sound a little dirty. And that's what it sounds like here with the song. And then they're mixing it with some synth. I can hear a layer of synth there with the guitars that are just thickening up that sound even more. You've got this like really cool groove, this really cool tempo. It reminds me of like Pillar Everything when they started the Reckoning album. It didn't start with this like really upbeat song. It started with a very simple drum beat with a very simple southerny kind of guitar riff. And I feel that here with this song, like it's getting you started, and it has its moments of like fun, upbeat moments, but it really has this like almost a southern feel to it, which is really cool. I love little stuff like that. That southern twinge to the rock sound, and then it goes into this like really fun, poppy kind of chorus, which is totally Skillet. Skillet's going to do that. I feel like Skillet knows that when they go and perform places, they're going to have a crowd in front of them. And so when they write songs with that in mind. How is this going to connect with everyone? How is this song going to get everyone to unite together and sing together with one voice? And this is a perfect song for something like that, where they're like, singing out "Showtime" all together, yelling it out. It's going to be so cool to hear this live. And then the meaning of the song here, this feels like just like one of those like Rock Fist kind of a songs, like it doesn't really have a deep meaning to it. But with this being the first song of the album, I really feel like what this song is talking about is like, hey, sometimes you only get one opportunity to show who you are and to show what you believe. And so make the most of it. Because you hear the words in this song kind of allude to fighting for victory and show me what you got, and you got one chance. And it feels very much like it's like, hey, take advantage of whatever opportunity that you have right now in front of you to give it your all, to give it your best, to show who you are, to show what you believe in, to fight for victory. And that kind of like pump up song is really cool to have. Like, I honestly would have loved listening to this like before going in and preaching my sermon, this last Sunday, because it just gets you excited for doing that before going on a run. It's like, hey, you're gonna start this run. It's showtime. Now's the time to show what you got before starting a race, before starting a workout, before like doing something that you're trying to do. It's a really cool song to have to encourage you with that. And then like other cool stuff. The solo is great. That scream that John Cooper gave in the bridge there, and then the like at the end is so cool. A lot of things to love about this song. So yeah, love it. That was a real cool song. That was Showtime by Skillet. And now we're going to move on to the next song. Okay, so the next one is actually Unpopular. And I already reacted to the music video. I already reacted to the music video. So what I decided to do is we're going to go ahead and react to the live version. Let's go ahead and check out the live version of Unpopular by Skillet.
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent car accident,
after this ad. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. Here is Unpopular live by Skillet. Love that guitar tone. So cool.
Am I the only one who ain't come undone? Everybody's lost their dang minds. When you check your feet, it's like clown TV, and you're waiting for the punchline. Oh my, hey yeah, guess I'm a loner in the crowd. Oh my, hey yeah, guess I'm the one you've been talking about. Guess I'm the one you've been talking about. Unpopular, unpopular, coming outcast, simple man, true fact. Have you heard? I'm a commoner, got my family sanity, everything I need. If freedom is disease, who would ever wanna be popular? For what it's worth, I think today's a good day to be unpopular.
Gotta love that energy.
Won't apologize when I speak my mind. I'm just being beast to lay off. And thinking for myself's crazy hell. I guess that I'm an outlaw. Woo! Oh my, hey yeah, I ain't a loner in the crowd. Oh my, hey yeah, guess we about to be getting loud. Guess we about to be getting loud. Unpopular, unpopular, coming outcast, simple man, true fact. Have you heard? I'm a commoner, got my family sanity, everything I need. If freedom is disease, who would ever wanna be popular? For what it's worth, I think today's a good day to be unpopular. Guess I'm the one you've been talking about. Guess I'm the one you've been talking about. Guess I'm the one you've been talking about. I guess I am the one. Whatever. Unpopular, unpopular, coming outcast, simple man, true fact. Have you heard? I'm a commoner, got my family sanity, everything I need. If freedom is disease, who could ever wanna be popular? For what it's worth, I think today's a good day to be unpopular. To be unpopular, yeah.
Nice. So good. Yeah, I kind of love hearing the version of this with John kind of having a tired voice, because it's not bad. Like a tired voice just meaning like he's probably sang a couple songs before this, and so he is, every singer when they're singing live is trying to conserve a little bit of energy for the rest of the songs that you're singing, and also like try to bring it with the song that you're singing now. And so it's cool to hear him have that like live tired singing, because this is an underdog kind of song. And so it's really cool to almost like a fighter, right? A fighter who is coming in for the next round is going to look a little tired, but that's okay, because that's the proof of them persevering to the next round. That tiredness in their posture shows how much they're fighting in this next round and fighting for that victory, because that it's not easy. That they're really like giving of themselves to perform and giving of themselves to fight. And with this kind of song, Unpopular, where it's like, yeah, you may think that I'm wrong in what I value, you may think that I'm wrong in what I believe in, you may think it's not popular, but you know what, whatever. It's really cool to hear this live and to kind of get this representation of it. And then you can tell from everybody, they got that attitude behind them. Like it's the confidence that they're bringing, the energy that they're bringing. So cool. I love Skillet live. Skillet puts on an amazing show. And so yeah, I've already broken down this song. So if you want to hear all my thoughts about that, you can go over to that other video. But yeah, love this song, love the message, and definitely love the live version of it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is exciting for me because I heard a chunk of this song but didn't get to hear the whole thing. So I'm excited to finally hear the whole thing. Actually, let me lower the volume real quick in case we get another ad. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this one is this is the one with John Cooper with the cowboy hat. So I'm excited to check it out. This one is a song called All That Matters by Skillet. Let's check it out. Here it is. Oh, let me start that from the beginning. Here we go.
I don't want to start a fight. I always try to do what's right. So put your weapons down, we can work it out. Don't get me wrong, I ain't no pacifist. For peace, gotta pay a price. I'll defend what is mine. Fight for what I love. Help me God above. All it takes is one to rise up and resist. Cost you everything when you're at war. These three things I die for. My faith, my family, my freedom. That's what's backing me. Gives me a reason for living. I gotta fight for what I believe in. Believe it. Love, loyalty. I place fidelity. In this land of liberty is everything. My faith, my family, my freedom's all that matters to me. A kid arrested in the town. He read the verses too loud, but burn the cities down. Celebs will bail you out when we go wrong. I can't make sense of this, so just leave the kids alone. Better not break into this home, cause where I come from, we always stand as one. Where we belong, we won't stand for this. Cost you everything when you're at war. These three things I die for. My faith, my family, my freedom. That's what's backing me. Gives me a reason for living. I gotta fight for what I believe in. Believe it. Love, loyalty. I place fidelity. In this land of liberty is everything. My faith, my family, my freedom's all that matters to me. Oh, 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 to me. Oh, oh, oh. When darkness divides us, I believe that love can conquer all. Courageous, united, we stand or fall. My faith, my family, my freedom. My faith, my family, my freedom. That's what's backing me. Gives me a reason for living. I gotta fight for what I believe in. Believe it. Love, loyalty. I place fidelity. In this land of liberty is everything. My faith, my family, my freedom's all that matters to me.
Man, I got to tell you guys, I love this song. I absolutely love this song. You know, even you can look at this picture here and just be like, you know, I don't know if this is somewhere in his home. It seems like there's a lot of this video that is very real and raw moments from touring and from family, you know. So I don't know if this is an actual place in his home. But this is like a beautiful like representation of like, hey, you may know Skillet as the band that played Monster, and and Feel Invincible and Legendary and all that stuff, but like when it comes down to it, they're real people. They are real people with real emotions, with real moments that they live for, real beliefs that they fight for, a real family that they fight for. And you see that just all throughout this video, that like, hey, as much as you might have an opinion about what John Cooper thinks, as much as you might have an opinion about the style of their music or like whatever it is, politically, right? Maybe some of the things that John has said politically or the rest of the band have supported him or said themselves politically, whatever, like this is what it comes down to. Like, this is what they care most about, like this is all that matters to them. The moments that they get to share with their family, the beliefs that they fight for, their faith, their family, their freedom. Like this is, you could say whatever you want. This is what backs them, like this is what fuels them to keep doing what they're doing. It's not your opinion. It's not what's popular. It's not, any of the things that people attack them with, the many articles that go against what, what John says on his podcast or whatever, this is what it comes down to. And it's so beautiful to see all of these different moments that they're sharing with us of like the really fun, good times of them touring, and then also showing the bad, right? Like the reality of, hey, John Cooper lives near a lot of where the riots were happening in 2020. And so he can see the damage that has been caused by division in our country, the damage that has been caused by people not willing to talk and share what they believe and conversate and come together, but instead are willing to resort to violence. And it's like, hey, when you want to make a move like that, when you're willing to do something like that, like, hey, this is what I'm fighting for. This is what I'm going to think about when I write music. This is what I'm going to think about when I vote. This is what I'm going to think about when I talk about certain things. And so like, it's really, really cool to get this kind of a song and to see these moments. Like, it's just so beautiful to see these moments and be like, hey, I don't know if they put this together or someone else put this together, but if it was John or anyone that was close to him, it was just like, hey, these are the moments that I want to share. These are the moments that matter to me the most. Like, it's really cool to just see throughout all different timelines, all different albums, like this is what's been going on in the background. This looks like it's John's home, so like even seeing the realness behind that, the transparency behind that, a real moment of like John being there for his daughter's wedding, like this is what's happening in the background of their lives. And it matters, if you care about Skillet, if you care about them as people, as individuals, like this is what's actually going on in their lives. One other thing I really want to say real quick is that I saw a live acoustic video where John was invited into this like country setting. There were some country artists who were playing on their acoustic guitar, and I don't know if this was before or after Skillet had announced that they were independent, but it kind of seems like it might have been before they announced that they were independent, and this might actually be a reason why they're becoming independent, or they are independent now. They had this great opportunity to be in front of people, and they were playing acoustic, and when the other artists were playing their songs, they were giving a story about the meaning behind their songs, and they were talking about how poetic and metaphorical these stories were. And when John played his song, it was songs like, Monster and Feel Invincible, which are, for a lot of us, I'm sure, powerful songs at different times of our lives. But, there's other songs that I'm sure he would have wanted to share in that setting. And maybe, the powers that be in the record label didn't want him to play those songs. I don't know. But it did seem like he even said something to the effect of like, wow, how do I play this song after that? Like my Feel Invincible song, So it's really, really cool to hear that this song is on this album. And I know that if he were to kind of like rewind and go back to that opportunity, he'd probably play this song, you know, and he'd probably share a little bit about the transparency behind the video, even, or the transparency behind, you know, what they go through as a band before playing that song. So again, this is just another part of their hearts coming through in this music and in this album. So really, really cool. I really love it. All That Matters by Skillet. We are moving on to the next one. And let me lower that down just in case there's an ad. And yep. No problem. No problem. Raw and unedited, guys. These reaction videos are raw and unedited. I ain't got time to edit videos nowadays, unfortunately. But all right, here we go. So this one is called Not Afraid. I've heard good things about this song, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Here is Not Afraid by Skillet. Nice.
Escape from the past that was stolen, and all your toxic fumes inhaled. The scapegoat of angels who've fallen, but my soul is not for sale. Even though you told me your birthday was souls, I thought I was. You could never break my will, and made me strong, and still I was. Spent my whole life living underground, foot on my back trying to keep me down. Come too far to turn back now. I am not afraid. I will keep the faith, never back down till my dying day. Staring death straight in the face. I am not afraid. My life, my heart, my soul. I'm not afraid. My breath, my blood, my all. I'm not afraid. You thought you would always control me. You clipped my wings, my dreams in two. I guess that you don't even know me, 'cause I'll never be like you. And even though the threat is real, my battle's made.
Love the attitude here.
And when the pressure's in my face, I never bow or break, 'cause I'm spent my whole life living underground, foot on my back trying to keep me down. Come too far to turn back now. I am not afraid. I will keep the faith, never back down till my dying day. Staring death straight in the face. I am not afraid.
Nice. That guitar is moving. That's cool.
Spent my whole life living underground, foot on my back trying to keep me down. Come too far to turn back now. I am not afraid. I will keep the faith, never back down till my dying day. Staring death straight in the face. I am not afraid. My life, my heart, my soul. I'm not afraid. My breath, my blood, my all. I am not afraid. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Nice, nice. This song sounded a lot like it could have been on the Rise album. It definitely had that like not gonna die kind of feeling and that not gonna die kind of message as well. Love that the guitars were like really active throughout the song. You even the rhythmic guitar sound, like we had a moment where we could hear it front and center, but all throughout the song that guitar is moving. You know, that guitar is moving real fast. and it's just creating this fun kind of riff that's present in the song. The solo was awesome. I love the return to some strings. So we had some strings that were like blended in with the guitars. That was really cool. The message of the song, very in line with stuff that Skillet talks about, very in line with like, hey, I'm going to give my all, my body, my breath, my soul, even when I'm feeling smothered, right? Even when someone's got their foot on my back, even when it feels like things are holding me down, I'm still going to use everything that I got. It kind of reminds me of all those scenes from a movie, right? When you've got, Spider-Man held underneath the rubble, or a fighter who's being held down, and they're doing the countdown, right? And then they're like, get up, come on, you got to get up. Like, that's the moment that I think of here with this song. It's like, hey, you've got to do everything that you can, even when you're suffering, even when you're being smothered, even when you're being held down, to fight and not be afraid, to give everything that you've got to come up and persevere and to overcome. So yeah, foot on my back trying to keep me down. Come too far to turn back now. I am not afraid. Don't be afraid to like give everything that you've got, to keep pushing, keep the faith, don't back down. All those awesome messages. And then we've got another moment of John screaming. That was super cool. Like the back and forth between John and Ledger was great, but the aggression in this song was really cool. I could tell this song was mixed a little differently too. And so I don't know, a factor with this album when a band goes independent is like, how were the songs produced before and after that announcement? Did they buy their songs and then continue recording? So it did seem like this song had a little bit of a different mix to it, but because of the rawness of the song itself and the aggression of the song itself, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I think that it definitely matched what the song was trying to create and make you feel like there's a little bit of chaos happening in your life. There's chaos all around us, and there's things holding you down, and all, like, you have to fight to keep the faith. You have to give everything you've got. And that was still conveyed through the song. So really, really cool. Absolutely loved it. Not Afraid by Skillet. And again, really love that strings were present in this song. I don't think that we've heard strings present yet in a song. So it was very slight, it wasn't like you could hear an orchestra or anything, but it was cool to get that little element in there as well. Okay, we're going to this next song. Let's see, what's the next one? Well, that's interesting. All right, Revolution. Cool. So this is the title track from the album. I have not heard anything from this song, so let's go ahead and check it out. Here is Revolution by Skillet. Ooh.
Generations face to face can communicate, and we can't tell the truth from fake it. Lies and innocence wasted, lace encased with a hopeless hate, with an emptiness we're chasing. Facing the raging seas, facing the storm in me. Am I the only one who's had enough? Darkest before the dawn, some say it's too far gone, but I believe that there's time to save us. Oh, sing a revolution song. In our hearts, march to the beat of love. Oh, we're more than a million strong. Our time is here, nothing to fear. Sing a revolution song. Revolution!
Nice. It's very marchy.
Streets lined up with the vengeance. Broken homes of the broken souls, disposables in the abyss.
So cool.
Lost our will to we know we ain't escaping. Facing the raging seas, facing the storm in me. Am I the only one who's had enough? Darkest before the dawn, some say it's too
nice. I love that synth element there in the song. I love how it had a chance to shine, but it was also there in the background as well. Definitely some really good stuff in the song. It felt very marchy. It wasn't like a super upbeat song. It was very marchy. It feels like it was made also for singing in a crowd, you know, for a live performance. Interesting though, because I definitely I could see every band is gonna have to pick out a few songs that they'll share live, right? So like you can't, I mean, nowadays it's really popular to play a whole album, but usually it's your like 20-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary when you go out and play a full album at a live show. And so I'm just thinking like, oh man, you know, Unpopular is definitely going to be one of those songs. All That Matters is probably going to be one of those songs. You know, just hearing Not Afraid, that's probably going to be one of the songs. Showtime is one of those songs. I feel like this song is made for a crowd, but I don't know if it's going to overshadow those other songs, because those other ones were definitely like, you know, crowd songs as well. And I'm pretty sure that they had a little bit more popularity than this one. So I don't know if it'll get its time, you know, in the live crowd. But if it does, it's definitely one of those songs that people could sing along to. And it's going to feel real great to like sing it together as one group of people. A part of this revolution to go the other way, to turn the other direction, to not go with the crowd, right? So the other elements in this song were like the guitar tone was really, really good. Again, like it started off very similar to Unpopular, but the guitar tone was different. And then there was this like whammy effect that happened every once in a while. And it went up really cool. Like little things like that really helped to create dynamics within the song and carry it. And let's talk about John Cooper's vocals here doing that little rap part. Like that was really cool. Again, little things like that help to carry the song along and create dynamics within the song that just make it so much fun. So especially with that, like super, super cool. I'm really looking forward to how John is evolving with his like style of singing and his style of like dynamics, you know, like he's never really done that before. So it'll be cool to see if he does that in another song on this album, and it will be cool to see if he decides to go in that direction in future releases. So really, really cool. I'm excited for that. Let's move on to the next song. Here we go. And what is that next song? Let's see. Okay, so this one is Ash in the Wind. Okay, yeah. So this is another one of their bigger songs. So again, yeah, see, like they've got a couple of really big songs, and I just don't think it's gonna get its time on the live stage. But we'll see. You never know. All right. Here is Ash in the Wind by Skillet.
What am I supposed to do? I wanna break out from the front.
Right away. Right into it.
I've been in so long that it hurts just to feel. I wanna take back what you stolen. I'm searching inside for what's real. Silence, compliant. Your words were your power over me. Rising, defiant. The person inside you never say it. Tossed and torn, but I won't be ignored. There's so much more than
The guitar riff is really cool.
what am I supposed to do? I wanna break out, but I'm frozen. I've been in so long that it hurts just to feel. I wanna take back what you stolen. I'm searching inside for what's real. I can feel it under my skin. I was made for more than this. All your power disappears like ash in the wind.
That sounded really nice.
Two-way mirror, you locked me inside this cage of glass. Screaming myself from you. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I wanna break up, but I'm frozen. I've been here so long that it hurts just to feel. I wanna take back what you stole, what you stole. I'm searching inside for what's real. I can feel it under my skin. I was made for more than this. All your power disappears like ash in the wind.
What am I supposed to do?
That's cool.
Gotta free myself from you. What am I supposed to do?
That's cool. So far, it definitely looks like this is the song that got the most budget for it, because this is such a big sounding and clear sounding kind of song. And then this music video is really, really beautiful, really, really cool. What a great, beautiful song. Like, you've got all these really cool elements. You've got the aggression in the vocals. You've got the softness of Ledger's voice. You've got you've got this really cool, like, end of the chorus musical chord transition that that sounds a lot like you know, it made me think of like Paramore Crush Crush Crush, you know, at the end of the song, where she does that little ooh ooh and the guitar's going diddle 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 diddle, you know. The chords that are there are kind of descending the same way that these chords are descending. So if you kind of feel like, oh, this sounds a little familiar, and it sounds really cool, like that's a similar kind of song that does that. But here, like, you can see the contrast between the emotional, like, expressiveness of John Cooper singing this from this trench, you know, this trench that there's rocks and he's stuck, you know, how do I get unstuck? How do I get out of here? And then you've got Jen Ledger, who's next to the beautiful tree, you know, and who's been on the other side, and that's where he's trying to get to, you know, like that place of peace. Kind of looks like the tree from Kung Fu Panda. Up there with Oogway, you know, and that scene, whatever. Let me see, where is it, so I can show it. You know, tell me that this doesn't remind you of that same tree, right? The panda, the Kung Fu Panda tree. Anyways, so yeah, that's definitely the kind of tone and message of the song there. Trying to find peace, trying to find life in the midst of this death, right? Very similar even to that 1,000 Foot Crutch, or the Trevor McNevan and Judge and Jury song, where there's like just a bunch of rubble everywhere, and you're looking for life. You're looking for some hope, you know, in the midst of all this. And the meaning, right? What am I supposed to do when it feels like I've got all this oppression around me? I'm silenced, you know. All this oppression, how do I break free? How do I get out of this? And as we see throughout this whole album, you know, that's what he's doing. I don't even know, maybe the song was about, you know, being kind of constrained by the record label, being constrained by all the opposition that he was facing by coming out more publicly with his own beliefs and coming out more publicly and doing interviews and stuff like that, maybe. But this is definitely a relatable feeling to all of us who might feel like you're being oppressed or not heard or silenced or, you know, just disregarded. You can feel like, man, what am I supposed to do? How do I break free from this feeling? How do I break free from where I'm at in this situation? So definitely something that we can all relate to. And then eventually we come to find that when we have that confidence, when we when we trust in the calling that God has given us, and we fight to do that, all of everyone else's power, you know, Satan, the influences, the people who are trying to put you down, all that power fades like ash in the wind. You just burn it away and it fades like ash in the wind. Really, really cool. Now, I want to say this real quick. Let me see. Let me lower this a little. Where is it? Right here, okay? So we got this real cool moment here where they bring it down, right? Right? We got that guitar going on. I would have loved to hear something like this, you know? We're building up, and then go into a breakdown. Right? That would have been so cool. Skillet, if you're listening to this, I know you guys love to attach different things to your songs, right? Like either really cool intros or really cool outros. I don't know if you guys have put in anything in the middle of your songs, but I just think that would have been a perfect moment for a breakdown. The song is only 3 minutes and 53 seconds. We could throw in an extra 30 seconds of just a little bit of a breakdown. Yes, the song would be over 4 minutes, but that's okay because live, that would be awesome to just throw in a little breakdown right there. Similar to with like Torrin Wells when you guys did that like breakdown in the bridge of the Taken Back What the Enemy Stole, right? Like that kind of breakdown, that would be so cool. I'm just saying Skillet needs more breakdowns. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next song. Let's see where we at. What is the next one? The next song is Fire Inside of Me. All right. Every time I see that title, when I've looked at the album track list, I think of Fire Breathes from their earlier I think it's the Invincible album. Yeah, Fire Breathes. Skillet has always had really, really great choruses. And so if you ever want to listen to their backlog of discography, their older albums, and you want songs that kind of sound like the Skillet you know today, like Eating Me Away from Alien Youth and Fire Breathes from Invincible are two songs that I always go back to because they just have these huge choruses and I absolutely love them. So anyways, when I see this title, I think of that song. Let's dive into it. Here is Fire Inside of Me by Skillet.
Don't recognize this place. Like a vagabond I roam with no home or peace. Don't tell me how to live my life. I know that I'm not fine. Oh, am I still breathing? Oh, how do I try again? I can't live. Why exist? I wanna change the world, I wanna save the world, but I can't even save myself. I believe in anything. still breathing. Oh, can you help me start again? I can't live. Why exist? I wanna change the world, I wanna save the world, but I can't even save myself. Why believe in anything? When everything you love is gonna let you know, is it too late to ask for help? Here I go again. I wanna change the world, I wanna save the world, but I can't even save myself. My soul's asleep, like the fire inside of me. Inside of me. What's happening around me?
Yeah. So this song in particular definitely was hitting me because that sermon I was telling you guys about that I preached on Sunday was very similar to the message of this song. It was on Hebrews chapter 10 when the writer's talking about how we need to draw close to Christ and remember the former days, and that we have need of endurance. Don't be like those who shrink back, but who persevere. And this song really resonates with a message like that. It's like, man, you want to do all these things. You want to save the world. You want to save. You want to change the world. You want to save the world, but you can't even save yourself, right? Like you can't do this on your own. You need to draw close to Christ. You need to put your faith in Christ. You need to get closer to Him, especially when you feel like, what it say, like my soul is asleep, just like the fire inside of me. Like that feeling of like, man, I don't have that fire inside of me anymore. I used a Rocky analogy in the sermon. I was like, when Apollo's telling Rocky, like, what's the matter with you? And in Rocky 3, I think it is. He's like, what's the matter with you? Snap out of it. There is no tomorrow, right? Like he's yelling at him, trying to encourage him. Like, hey, you gotta, like, come on. You've lost the eye of the tiger in you. You've lost that passion. And I feel like that's what this song is saying. Like that fire inside of me isn't burning as bright as it used to. That fire inside of me, that passion that I have, that drive that I have isn't there as much as it used to be. And so like, what do I do now? And again, this whole album is kind of talking about how there's these outside forces that are pushing you to give up, that are almost forcing you to give up, pushing you to just say, forget it. I'm not going to fight for what I believe in. Forget it. I'm not going to do what God has called me to do. Forget it. I'm just going to shrink back. Right. I'm just going to give up. And in that chapter in Hebrews 10, like we're encouraged, draw close to Christ and hold fast to the confession of hope that you have. And I feel like this song is really grasping at that message. It's like there's that feeling that you have of like, man, I don't feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I used to be. I've lost the fire. I've lost the passion. Like, how am I supposed to do what God has called me to do if I can't even like get myself together? If I can't get my own stuff together, I need to get back to being close to you. And so I absolutely love that's a very similar message from this song. And man, like such a great composition. There's these really fun moments where the band is doing some real fun stuff, syncopated, like or really, really cool stuff. And then we got a breakdown. From Skillet. That was really cool. Like definitely a lot of stuff to love in this song. The intro again, the intro had the strings to it. Love the return of the strings. That's really cool. Really, really lot of good things to love. The mix was also different on this song too. So like, I think that there's probably a batch of songs that they completed with the record label, and then they probably purchased those songs from the label, or maybe they had a certain kind of budget for certain songs and didn't have the same kind of budget for the other ones. It totally could have been too that like some songs they decided to go with a certain studio And then other songs they did DIY, you know, maybe they did it themselves. What's really cool is that these mixes that don't sound as like wide or as big or as clear, I feel like it sounds more like Skillet. Like it really does. Ash in the Wind is kind of like an in-between there. Like Ash in the Wind sounds like it could have been on, you know, on The Resistance or on Victorious. You know, it definitely sounds like it could have been on one of those albums. But this song just feels like Comatose Skillet. It feels like Rise Skillet. It feels like it's going back to some roots, you know? And so it's really cool to get a song like this on the album too. So I don't know which one is which, you know, like what's really funny is I don't know if maybe the record label gave them like all this money to have a budget for certain songs, and that's why those songs sound a little better and clearer. And then the DIY stuff that they did sounds like it's a little bit smaller and it's a little bit more raw, a little bit more rough. Or if it's the other way around, maybe the record label didn't give them a big budget and didn't want them to spend too much money on the songs. And so like these songs are the lower budget ones. And then the songs that they really wanted to invest in, they did that independently and just like, you know, invested with their own money and did that. So it could have gone either way. I don't know. All this might not be true at all. But when you have different mixes like that, I think it's usually because of the budgets behind each song and the timing of when each song was created. So if you're wondering, that's probably what it is. Yeah, so let's go on to the next one. Let's see, which one is that? Defector, cool. Okay. All right. So I haven't heard this song at all, period. No, just that little snippet right there. That's all I've heard from it. So I'm excited to check it out. Here is Defector by Skillet.
Lies are your so-called friends that left you behind, and your insecurities are the only thing that you believe. Everyone feels like they're faking. You disappear into the crowd, right behind your smiling face. Inside you're bleeding out. I will be your light when you can't see. I will be your breath when you can't breathe. I know the battle you've been through. I'm never backing out on you, even when nobody else believes. I will be the one who never leaves. I'll be at your side forever. I will never be a defector.
Wow.
I will never be a defector. Gone are your never answered prayers that you numb, and your insecurities are the only thing you ever see. Maybe love's a chance worth taking if you let me show you how. Start again, reverse the break, and stop the bleeding out. I will be your light when you can't see. I will be your breath when you can't breathe. I know the battle you've been through. I'm never backing out on you, even when nobody else believes. I will be the one who never leaves. I'll be at your side forever. I will never be a defector. I will never be a defector. No. I will be your light when you can't see. I will be your breath when you can't breathe. I know the battle you've been through. I'm never backing out on you, even when nobody else believes. I will be the one who never leaves.
Again, like I love the guitar tones that are coming out of this this album, and I feel like I don't usually even pay attention to the guitar tone as much in other Skillet albums. At least the last couple, like it's just like, yeah, that's the guitar, you know, that's the guitar part. Like, yeah, that's cool. And it's usually so, like, that's the thing. Like, it's usually so clear that you don't really notice the like richness of the actual guitar tone. And in songs like this, where it's like leading with that guitar tone, you hear that clean, and it's clean, but it also even has just this rawness to it, and it sounds so good. And then you had that moment where there was that single string distortion. Like there's just moments where the guitars are shining more than usual in the Skillet album, if that makes sense. And I definitely felt that with this song. Such a beautiful song, such a great like message when you feel like, you know, we've already established that there's like an individual journey that each person is on where there's oppression, and you might feel like you're being held down, and you might feel like there's forces that are keeping the fire inside of you from burning bright again. But then we've got this song like Revolution, right, where it's an encouragement that like, hey, we're more than 1 million strong, right? Like it's a reminder that we're more than 1 million strong. And so this song in particular is kind of speaking more in that direction of like, hey, you know, let's make sure we stick together and make sure that we stay strong together. Like when others don't believe, like I will still be there for you. I'm still going to hold arms with you, right? Arm in arm together, shoulder to shoulder together. We're in this together. I won't be a defector. Again, like the same kind of message. Like I won't shrink back. I'm not going to be one who shrinks back. If you're not going to be one that shrinks back into destruction, I'm not. I won't be a defector. We're in this together. So if you feel all of these different ways, if you're going through all of these struggles, if you feel like the fire inside of you is not burning bright, don't worry. I'm going to be there for you to encourage you and to remind you of that fire. And that's such a really cool message, and that's such a really cool thing to like do for someone and to think about. But that's what the body of Christ is, you guys. Like that's what we're supposed to do for each other. Even in that same chapter, the writer says, you know, like, don't forsake the assembly of us meeting together, but encourage each other, you know, stir up one another in good works and good deeds and encouragement. Like we're supposed to bear each other's burdens and help each other and be there for each other, to not be defectors, to not forsake the assembly, you know? And so that's kind of what this song is talking about. Really, really cool message and really cool song. And again, the guitar tones are just really great. That chorus is so like, it reminds me of Those Nights from Comatose. The older I get and Those Nights, it just has that feel to it. And like I said, these specific songs that almost feel like the mix isn't just clear, you know, and it's not big and clear. It just feels like more of that old school Skillet sound. Like just a return back to some of the roots that Skillet had. So really, really cool. Really love it. We're going to move on to the next song. All right. And this next song is called Happy Wedding Day, Alex's song. And that is John Cooper's daughter. So I'm pretty sure this song was for her wedding day. Really cool. So let's check it out. Here is Happy Wedding Day by Skillet.
Me and Mom were working at the speed of light, trying to be parents, trying to live right. Guess we made it, and I wouldn't change a thing. Everybody said you got your daddy's eyes. You are my princess, you are my pride. Now you're grown up, can't believe how things have changed. Now look at you standing in your white dress. Where'd the time go? Not prepared for this. It's rushing back to me like a flash flood. But I remember All the nights leave the dishes out and we put you to bed. Say no to one more story that I wish I'd have read. I didn't know then it come to an end, and I want it back now. We started out with dreams and love and nothing more. We ate from paper bags and we slept on the floor. Sometimes we weren't sure about this adventure, but you made us so proud. I blinked, it went faster than a freight train. Happy wedding day. Being on the road like a circus act, the highlight of the night was to hear you laugh. Guess we made it, but it's a little quiet now. Planes, trains, buses, they were all you knew. Companions, best friends, survivors too. We had some hard times, but they never kept us down. Now look at you standing in your white dress. Where'd the time go? Not prepared for this. It's rushing back to me like a flash flood, and I remember all the nights, leave the dishes out and we put you to bed. Say no to one more story that I wish I'd have read. I didn't know then it come to an end, and I want it back now. We started out with dreams and love and nothing more. We ate from paper bags and we slept on the floor. Sometimes we weren't sure about this adventure, but you made us so proud. I blinked, it went faster than a freight train. Happy wedding day. Happy wedding day. Yeah, I remember all the nights, leave the dishes out and we put you to bed. Say no to one more story that I wish I'd have read. I didn't know then it come to an end. It's rushing back now. We started out with dreams and love and nothing more. We ate from paper bags and we slept on the floor. Sometimes we weren't sure about this adventure, but you made us so proud. I blinked, it went faster than a freight train. Happy wedding day. Faster than a freight train. Happy wedding day. Look at you standing in your white dress.
Yeah, man. Beautiful song. Absolutely beautiful song. And you know, as a dad, you know, with my boy, it definitely tugs at some heartstrings knowing that you know, he's not going to stay this little forever, and just hearing some of those things that remind you of that fact, because I still feel, even though, you know, it's 17 years away when he's an adult, you know, it still kind of hits you, the just the value of every moment that you have, and how, like, you know, a band like Skillet that's on the road a lot, that has a lot of people looking up to them, and they're touring, and like he said, you know, they're, you know, sleeping on the floor and eating out of, you know, paper bags a lot of the time, and that, you know, there's definitely struggles and a journey, right? And you just try to hold on to those moments as best as possible and grow, and you just don't know how fast things come and go, and you don't know when the last time is that you're gonna pick up your kid, or you don't know what the last time where you know, you're gonna share certain moments and certain things. And so it's just really beautiful to hear this side of Skillet. Definitely reminded me of, like, again, those nights, and Older I Get, Lucy, you know, the song Lucy from the Awake album, something like Good to Be Alive from Rise. It just had that feeling of just like, yeah, like let's take a moment to park and just appreciate some of the things that we've been through, and appreciate this love that I have for my daughter, for John Cooper and his daughter, from that perspective, but just, I'm sure for anybody, they can resonate with the emotion that's caught in this song. Especially if you have kids, and if you've shared moments where you're just like, man, this is going by way too fast. Joey's walking now. He's running around the house. And so it's like crazy that he doesn't need us to like carry him and take him places anymore. He can just walk there. So really beautiful song, really great stuff. Absolutely love it. And again, I'm glad that we're hearing just a raw side of Skillet here. Okay. Last song on the album, and DEFIER. All right, last song on the album, DEFIER by Skillet. Let's check it out.
I'm pushing past the limits, from dusk till dawn every minute. It's burning down to the wire.
Here's a workout song right here.
Through the desert sand, I'm a wanted man. 9 lives, I never die. Got a bulletproof heart, born playing with fire. Hey, yeah. Come on. Got my hands on the wheel. I got faith of steel. Good luck taking me down. Take a good look, son. Get a load of me now. Forged in flames, high octane. Here I come. Better get out my way. I'm pushing past all the limits, from dusk till dawn every minute. It's burning down to the wire. I'm a defier, just out here daring the devil. Got my left foot on the pedal. Red line can't get any higher. I'm a defier. I'm a defier. All the fearless ones, all the fallen sons. Glory that never fades, 'cause they pay with pain and a trail to blaze. Forged in flames, high octane. Here I come. Better get out my way. I'm pushing past all the limits, from dusk till dawn every minute.
It's a fun song.
It's burning down to the wire. I'm a defier, just out here daring the devil. Got my left foot on the pedal. Red line can't get any higher. I'm a defier. Forged in flames, high octane. Here I come. Better get out my way. I'm pushing past the limits, from dusk till dawn. I'm a defier. I'm pushing past all the limits, from dusk till dawn every minute. It's burning down to the wire. I'm a defier, just out here daring the devil. Got my left foot on the pedal. Red line can't get any higher. I'm a defier. I was forged in flames. Get out of my way. Born to play with fire. I'm a defier.
Nice. Yeah. Great song. Really fun. Like a really, really fun song. From the beginning of the song, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a workout song for sure. Definitely going in the playlist for workouts. Love the energy. Love the little moments where you really feel like this is Skillet like doing this, and it's just fun. The little things that they add. I love that second section of the chorus when they kind of descend in the chords. It's just really fun, really cool. Love, and the message of the song is basically like, hey, yeah, like we've already gone through all this stuff, right? We've already, like, now that we've decided that we're going to have confidence and we're going to push forward, that's what we got to do. We got to make sure we're death defiers. We're going to push forward. We're going to not shrink back. We're going to push the limit. Like, it's basically the other side of Showtime, right? Like, Showtime was like, hey, we got to give everything we got. We got to make sure that we take the opportunity that's been handed to us and push forward. And Death Defier is the end of that, where it's like, all right, even in the midst of everything that we just talked about in the album, you decide you're going to take advantage of the opportunity. You meet the opposition, you overcome the opposition, and you press forward. And that's what this song is for Death Defier. It's like you're pressing forward, eye on the prize, like fight the good fight, keep moving forward, push every limit. Yeah, and a total workout song. Super, super fun, super cool. Love those moments too, where everything like just dropped down and we got that, like, that vocal line. Really, really cool. And that concludes the album. That is Revolution by Skillet. So let me know in the comments down below, what did you guys think about this album? I'm excited to hear that. I'll go ahead and give my thoughts on the album, give a full kind of general review. From start to finish, this is probably the most transparent album that we've gotten from Skillet. And I say that because I really feel like the messages in each one of these songs are relevant to what like is happening in our country, relevant to what is happening in the world, relevant to what we know that especially like John Cooper feels about it. But whenever you've heard any other members of the band talk about it, they're resonating the same message. And so, like, that this is stuff that they're really focused on, really thinking about. This is really on their hearts. And so to hear them write music about all this stuff, that this is just another level of transparency that they maybe have never had before in another album. So it's really, really cool to hear that and to see that. The lyrics are the lyrical content of the songs definitely relatable and definitely had a full like direction. Like I just said, like the direction of the album was like, hey, you've got this opportunity, make sure you take it. You're going to meet opposition along the way. Appreciate the good moments, be there for each other, and then press on towards the end. As far as like a full album message, that's really solid. Like and then the revolution is that. The revolution is that you're going to be one of those people who doesn't shrink back, but presses on and perseveres, living by faith in Christ and doing what he's called you to do. The revolution isn't a like fighting physical revolution. It's not a political revolution. It's not any of those kind of revolutions. And if you hear John Cooper talk about the album, I feel like it resonates kind of with what Jesus said, right? Like Jesus is like, hey, me coming back is not to take over any kind of political power here. It is a spiritual revolution to set the captives free from sin and to be there for the brokenhearted and to to reconcile you to God. And the revolution that John is talking about here with this album and that Skillet is playing and singing about is the revolution that, hey, this whole world is going in a direction that is away from God. This whole world is going in a direction that is turning its back on the values that even created America, which are very heavily influenced by Christian values and the Bible and principles from the Bible. And it's not going to be popular anymore. It's not going to be the popular thing anymore. You're going to face opposition. And so you have to fight to stay steadfast. And it's so cool that this was like the sermon that I preached on Sunday. You have to fight to draw close to Christ, hold fast to the hope that we have in Christ, hold fast to the calling that he's put on us. Remember the former days when you had fire, when you had passion. Appreciate the good times, be there for each other. don't shrink back, but press forward, press on, persevere. That's a solid message for an album, and that is so Skillet, right? Like that's totally Skillet. That's totally John Cooper as a lyrical writer. That's totally their ministry. So it's really cool that that came out. We did hear that there were some differences in the mixes of each song. And like I said, like that could have been because of some budgetary thing. That could have been the change between being with the record label and going independent. That could have been, numerous reasons. It could have been even just a different direction in style. Maybe they wanted to lean more towards this raw sound, and maybe the record label didn't want that, or maybe vice versa. Like, I really don't know. That's maybe one of the marks of, negativity that I might say about the album, is that just the presence of those different mixes kind of makes the album not seem coherent. But again, like when you rest on the lyrical content of the album, it's solid. Like it really makes up for any kind of change in the mix. If anything, I would have probably just changed the order of the ending, and maybe had Defector and Death Defier switched, because I think Defector would have been a really cool song to have as the last song on the album. Death Defier is such a fun song, but I feel like it wasn't the best song to end with. And Death Defier could have even been towards the beginning of the album. It's just like a really cool, fun song, and it's like totally a workout song. It's probably not going to get as much love as all the other songs because it's at the end of the album, but it's a solid song. And not to say that Defector shouldn't, because it's a great song, but Defector just felt like a better last song. I think most people would probably say that like Happy Wedding Day should have been the last song, and I get why it wasn't, because it's not the main focus of the whole album. But that's probably the only change I would give. Like Death Defier as the last song almost felt like it was a deluxe edition of the album, and you got this really cool song at the end, but it just didn't feel like it tied the album in a bow the way that I wish it would have. And but again, really solid song, really solid album, really solid direction. And the thing that it did do was connect Showtime with Death Defier. Like it really brought the album, start to finish in going in the same direction. So pros and cons for sure. But overall, we got some really cool riffs. We got some really cool guitar tones. Like I said, I don't think I've ever heard the uniqueness of the guitar tones from Skillet like I have in this album. And maybe it was way back in Collide. Collide was the last album where I feel like the guitar tone was front and center in moments of the album. And we just haven't really gotten that as much in other albums. Maybe in the last one, right? Like maybe in Dominion. But it just felt like when you don't rest on the complication of your riff or the skill of your solo, or you don't rest on those things, because Seth, I think is the guitarist's name, he's really skillful. He could have shredded on some of these solos and shredded on a lot of these riffs and everything. When you don't rest on that though, and you rest on the attitude behind your guitar tone, it's just so cool. It's really, and it felt like there was confidence behind the playing and confidence behind the tones that were used on some of those songs. So that was just really, really cool, and a real nice treat behind the guitar side of the album. We got the reintroduction of strings, which we have gotten in some of the newer Skillet songs, and Victorious, yeah, but it just felt different. It just felt more like Comatose. It felt more like Rise. It felt more like what we've gotten in the past, more like Collide and Comatose and Rise, more like what we've gotten in the past with old school Skillet. The tone felt very old school Skillet. It was just a real cool blend of old and new. So I really appreciated that. Really loved that. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I can say. I think that my favorite song on the album, what would be my favorite song? From the chunk that I heard of All That Matters, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. Like, I know the circles that John is running with right now, and I know they're probably going to lean that way a little bit. I didn't expect to like the whole song as much as I did. I didn't expect to like the whole thing as much as I did. I actually really appreciated the song as a whole, and would love to hear more Skillet that sounds like that. With that being said, though, there were other things that I really loved in songs like, let me double check real quick. Songs like, what's the song called? I loved some of the elements in Not Afraid. I loved some of the elements in Ash in the Wind, Fire Inside Me. Like, more of that would equally be awesome. Especially a song like Not Afraid, and like the vocal changes that John made in Revolution too, like all of the things that they're playing with. Like, I want them to play with more stuff. Like, I want them to try new things because it's working. Like, it sounds really good. And I really feel like if they, tie together what they want to try and the direction that they want to go, and they have, a cohesive mix to all their songs, like the next Skillet album, Independent, could be their best album they've ever put out. Do I think this is the best album they've ever put out? I feel like, as far as sound quality, other albums have sounded better. But again, like I said, this is probably the most transparent they've ever been. And I love that. Like, I want more transparency. I want them trying new things that they want to try. I want them talking about things that they want to talk about. I want them revealing more of their hearts through their music. And that, I feel like, has been present in this album more than in other albums that we've gotten recently. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that. What a great album. What a cool experience. I'm excited that this is the direction that they're going in. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What did you think of this album? What were some of the things that you liked? Be nice about the things you didn't like. I'm not for calling anything, negative names. Be constructive about what you're saying. If you want to bring up legit points, go ahead and bring up legit points. I think this is the first full album listen through that I've ever done. And so if this is something that you want me to do more of, I would love to do that. So if you want me to, check out some new albums and do this long form kind of video, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead, leave this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And guys, one of the best ways that you can support me in this channel is by supporting my band. It's really, really helpful for you to go over to a place like Spotify and follow us on Spotify. Really, really helpful for you to put our songs in a playlist. If you like Skillet, you'll probably really love our song To the Ground. So you can go check that out from our album Too Blind to See. It's a new year, and so we're really excited about all the new things that we plan on doing in the new year. Writing some new music, fun stuff like that. So go ahead and check us out. The social media is right there. And for everything else, you can follow Sanctify Studios over here. You can follow my personal page over here. And then again, the band over here on Classic Disaster. Sorry, I'm like watching myself trying to do all this stuff. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I hope that you have a happy new year. I am going to do a full best releases of 2024 and what to look for in 2025. There's some stuff I got to do today. And so I don't know if it's going to get done tonight, if I'll jump on a live stream later tonight, or if it's just going to have to happen tomorrow. I'm just kind of leaving that up in the air. But be on the lookout for a live stream because we are going to be diving into a lot of music. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a happy new year if I don't see you, and take care. I'll see you in the next video.